Welcome to Destination Dive. I'm Jennifer Gray at the beautiful Moorings Village Resort in Isla Morada. This week, we are going to travel to Big Pine Key, which is one of the most unique and charming parts of the Keys. Located just about 30 miles north of Key West, it's a perfect off-the-beaten-path escape. We'll explore one of the most amazing stretches of beaches where you can just dive and snorkel right from shore. And we're also going to visit with some veterans who have found a new purpose in life. But we begin with one of the most iconic wreck dives in the Keys, the Adolphus Bush Sr. Located about 5 miles offshore, Big Pine Key is one of the most talked about wrecks in all of the Keys. The Adolphus Bush Sr., intentionally sunk as an artificial reef in 1998 and is now just as rich in marine life as it is in history.
So when they sunk it, the Adolphus Bush Sr. wasn't the Adolphus Bush Sr. The guy that put a bunch of money into it to help sinking was Adolphus Bush Sr., so they renamed the wreck after him.
A cargo ship that spent its life as a short-haul island freighter and then had a role in the movie Fire Down Under, now the Adolphus Bush Sr. has taken on a new role, serving as a home for fish, coral, and other marine organisms. What was once a ship sailing the seas in service to human commerce is now helping to sustain a thriving marine ecosystem.
Almost always two Goliath grouper that like to hang out, and they've got their little ecosystems with them, moving around, remoras and all the little bait fish swarming around them. It's a fun one.
The beauty of this wreck is that you can experience the entire ship in a single dive. This dive spot usually has very little current and so much life. It's an opportunity for every skill level of diver.
If you get the chance to dive the Adolphus Bush and you don't take it, you're cheating yourself. You should definitely get on that every single chance that you get.
From the smallest marine organisms to the fierce hunters of the deep, this wreck has grown into a world-class destination.
One of the nice things that we do see is that the wildlife has really moved in and the coral growth has really kind of exploded on the wrecks. Sometimes the coral growth on the wrecks we see a little bit better than on the reefs in certain spots.
The Adolphus Bush not only serves as a home and safe haven for countless marine animals, its most important role just might be taking pressure off the high-traffic reefs.
Well, the reefs in the Florida Keys are some of the busiest reefs in the world as far as people coming down and diving them, right? You get thousands and thousands of people over the year that come down and they want to see every bit of the reefs, and the reefs get dived very heavily. So if we can take a little bit of the pressure off the naturally occurring stuff by putting out a wreck here that's obviously been environmentally cleaned and ready to go, you basically add to the reef and give more diversity, more places to spot, more places to go dive. So that ends up taking some of the pressure off.
It's a win-win for the underwater world. By giving a retired ship a new lease on life, these wrecks become a vibrant refuge, providing shelter and safety for marine creatures. At the same time, allowing the ocean's ecosystems to thrive and flourish, fostering endless cycles of life in the deep.
It's one of the nice things about, again, with all the wrecks in the Florida Keys, you just don't know what's going to show up on any particular day.
And so, the Adolphus Bush Sr. continues its journey, no longer across the seas, but within the currents of time, an artificial reef that connects the past, the present, and future beneath the waves. Coming up, veterans, finding hope and a new lease on life by diving and giving back after returning home from deployment. And later, shore diving anyone? We take you to Bahia Honda State Park, a beautiful sandy stretch of beach in the Keys where you don't even need a boat to go diving. Welcome back to Destination Dive. For many wounded veterans, returning to civilian life can be an overwhelming journey, marked by the struggle to find a new purpose after experiencing the physical and emotional toll of service. But Mote Marine Laboratory has figured out a way for veterans to rediscover that sense of mission while also healing the body and mind.
So today we partnered with Moat Marine Laboratory Combat Wounded Veteran Challenge, and we went down and we scrubbed some coral trees just to get the algae off so that it doesn't overgrow and cause issues with that. And then our second dive, we went down and we hammered in some anchors for the coral trees to hold them down, and just getting it ready for plantation.
Coral restoration may seem like a world apart from combat, but the act of service is life-changing for some veterans, offering a chance to not only heal, but to give back in a powerful way.
I always tell myself that I want to live a life worthy of the sacrifice of our military. I gave sacrifice by losing my legs, but my best friend was next to me and he died in the same instant. So I always tell myself I'm going to live a life worthy of his sacrifice. And this is just one huge part of that, being able to say that I'm making a difference.
Charlie Lemon is a retired U.S. Army specialist and double amputee. For him, Combat Wounded Veterans Challenge has given him a new purpose in life, while maintaining the same camaraderie with fellow veterans.
Being combat wounded, we have a different way of even speaking to each other, and a lot of people don't understand that when you go into the civilian world. You come with us, we're going to treat you like family. We're going to have a good time, and we're going to get the job done.
Scuba diving offers an immersive escape into an underwater world, one that is tranquil and awe-inspiring. For veterans suffering from PTSD, anxiety, or physical disabilities, the weight of the world can feel lighter beneath the surface.
It's something that's very special to me at a personal level because my father was career military, buried in Arlington. My older brother was career military, buried about 100 feet from him in Arlington. Younger brother is 100% disability, career vet as well. So when we're working with these combat wounded vets, it's something that means a lot to me, but it means a lot to the entire Moat family.
For wounded veterans, this kind of experience goes beyond the sport itself. It taps into a deep human need, the desire to be part of something larger, to feel useful, to serve again in a meaningful way.
It's diving with a purpose. We're getting together with fellow veterans that have been through a traumatic injury. We're going out with a new mindset, a new mission to help the environment, and also partner up with great organizations like Moat, the Scuba Knots, and do some service. It's really another way of serving the country, just in a different capacity. And I think everybody walks away at the end of this week with a sense of pride of all the accomplishments that we've done throughout the week.
This gives veterans the opportunity to make a real, lasting difference in the health of our oceans. Veterans who once fought on the front lines can now fight to restore life beneath the waves. They dive to plant coral, remove harmful debris, and monitor the health of reefs. These efforts are not just about planting marine life, they're about planting seeds of hope for the future of our oceans and for their own personal recovery.
As soon as I woke up out of my coma and started to repair my body through the doctors and physical rehabilitation and mental rehab and everything, learn how to live my life in a wheelchair. My first goal was just to stay positive, be thankful that I'm alive, because I very easily could have not made it. It was a terrible accident that happened. My goal was just to make whatever positive I could get out of that bad situation, make it come to life.
For these veterans, scuba diving and coral restoration don't just provide an outlet. They provide a renewed sense of identity. They are no longer just survivors of war. They are protectors of life, guardians of the deep, and stewards of the planet. Through this powerful connection with the underwater world, they find new purpose, peace, and strength, helping to restore not only coral reefs, but also the sense of hope and healing in their own lives.
I'm from Florida. I love the water. I've been scuba certified for 20 years. I had to get recertified after being injured just to kind of learn how to do it differently without my legs. So I got recertified as soon as possible. So I love the water, and I love the reefs, and it hits home for me. I just had my first son 11 months ago, and I could see him being a scuba diver like his dad. And I want those reefs to be good. I want them to be in good shape for him.
In the end, it's a reminder to all of us. The ocean is vast, but its power to heal is even greater. Just like the coral, we all have the potential to grow again.
So if you're a vet and you're a combat wounded vet and you're kind of lost, or you're just looking for that camaraderie that you missed from being active duty, or having that mission overseas, or whatever it is, if you're just having a tough time, reach out to Combat Wounded Veteran Challenge.
Coming up, we will take you to one of the most pristine sandy beaches in the Keys, where you can dive and snorkel right from shore. And later, we will visit some of the most sought-after dive sites in the Keys, Blue Key Reef. Welcome back to Destination Dive. Nestled in the heart of the Florida Keys lies a hidden gem, Bahia Honda State Park, a place where the turquoise waters of the Atlantic meet the soft golden sands of one of the few sandy beaches in the Keys.
You never know when you put a mask on and you look underwater what you're going to see. Anywhere. It really doesn't matter. You can find little stingrays, you can find different kinds of jacks and yellowtail snapper. You might even find a small nurse shark climbing up at Bahia Honda. You might. You never know what you're going to see.
While the Keys are renowned for their vibrant coral reefs and crystal clear waters, sandy shores are a rarity. Bahia Honda offers something truly special, a peaceful escape with a beach that invites visitors to sink their toes into the sand.
It's easy access. They can walk into it up to however deep they want to go. And it's not threatening because the waves aren't high. When you get people getting into the water for the first time, other than in a lake or a quarry, the ocean conditions can be intimidating. But at Bahia Honda, they're very rarely intimidating. It's nice, smooth entry. It's easy. You don't have to wear anything on your feet. You can go bare feet into the water.
But the park's charm goes beyond its stunning natural beauty. Bahia Honda is steeped in history. Henry Flagler's bold effort to build a railroad to Key West in the early 1900s is what turned the remote island of Bahia Honda Key into a tropical destination. It was once a key stop on the Florida East Coast Railway, and remnants of the old Flagler Railway Bridge still stand proudly above the water, offering a glimpse into the past.
In fact, whatever Mr. Flagler did, he did it well because they're still holding up. They are. It's a tremendous thing. The one we go through at Big Pine, we guess was built about 1910. You can see the different type of cement that he put in, and they've withstood all the hurricanes since the 1910s.
These ruins, now intertwined with nature, serve as both a historical marker and a home for wildlife beneath the surface.
Now, if you wanted to snorkel out near where some of the bridge pilings are, you're going to find more creatures. You'll even see some coral growing on the bridge pilings.
The park is one of the few places in the Keys where you can enjoy shore diving right from the beach, a place where the ocean feels as accessible as the shoreline itself.
You can talk about the ocean till you're blue in the face, but unless you get in it, you can't experience it. And what's different about it?
Bahia Honda also offers dive and snorkeling boats that will take you farther out if you wish. But the biggest draws of the park are a public beach with parking right at the sand's edge, diving and snorkeling right from shore, and if it's your first experience in the water in the Keys, it will leave you hungry for more.
The ocean's important to all of us, and if we can give them a taste of it, and Bahia Honda's a great way to get started. So now, hey, I went in here, can I see more? What else can I see here in the Keys? So it's a great way to get them all fired up to do more.
It's a place of peaceful contrasts, where land and sea meet, where history lingers in the air, and where every wave that rolls in brings with it the promise of adventure. Whether you're walking along the beach at sunset, diving into the waters to discover a hidden world, or simply gazing at the remnants of a once great bridge, Bahia Honda State Park is a true treasure, offering an experience that is as serene as it is unforgettable. Coming up, we'll take you to one of Florida Keys' most stunning reefs, Blue Key Reef, a protected paradise for over 40 years, but one that is home to corals that are thousands of years old. It's an absolute must-see for any avid reef diver. Welcome back to Destination Dive. You don't have to go deep to realize how special Looe Key Reef is. At low tide, you can actually see the beautiful corals from the surface, but underwater is where the real beauty emerges, and you quickly realize why it's a top dive spot even for locals.
Looe Key got its name from the HMS Looe, a British man of war ship that ran aground there in 1744. There is nothing left of the ship. It was a wood ship, but that's how it got its name.
As one of the first marine parks in the U.S., Looe Key was named a National Marine Sanctuary in 1981, then became part of the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary less than a decade later, and is still one of Florida's premier reefs to visit for both snorkelers and divers.
But the fact that it's been a protected area for so long has made it a special place. It's a tremendous place for both snorkelers and divers because the marine life there is as good as other places. We have turtles, we have dolphins, we have sharks, we have all different kinds of species of sharks. We'll see during different times of the year a lot of lobster. I think the most eels I've seen on one dive at Looe have been 5 or 6, which is a lot of eels to see on one dive. All 5 species of angelfish that live in the Western Atlantic can be found on Looe Key.
Corals have been growing in this pristine portion of the Keys for thousands of years, and the life that calls these ancient corals home is what makes it one of the most popular dive sites in the Keys.
I've been out there with students and had feeding frenzies with sharks and stuff like that. I've had that happen. I've been out there and eagle rays right in front of me, turtles, octopus. I've seen just so many spectacular things. Goliath grouper love to hang out underneath our boat. So one of the fun things is people will do their giant stride entry and then turn around and there's a 600-pound fish right behind them just hanging out. Sometimes we'll get 3 of them at the same time hanging out underneath the boat.
Looe Key Reef is located just 9 miles south of Bahia Honda State Park. And one of the standout features of Looe Key is its vibrant reef structure. Unlike some reefs that are often overrun with crowds, Looe Key offers a more intimate dive, where you're surrounded by colorful coral formations set up in what's called a spur and groove formation, making it an easy dive.
We talk spur and groove formation if we think of like aisles in a grocery store, right? So you will have, your aisle and then you'll have your shelves on each side. So that's kind of what it's like swimming through that. So you basically just kind of weave in and out of the aisles just like you would at a grocery store for navigation. It's actually some of the easier navigation you're ever gonna find on a reef. Basically just count the aisles over and count the aisles back to get back to the boat. If you wanted to go off on your own, get out of a big group and really take advantage of just having that solidarity factor under the water, which is always something that we all enjoy, just kind of taking the water in. Looe Key makes it super easy to do that with a buddy.
Looe Key is one of the 7 reefs in the Keys being targeted for massive restoration projects. Therefore, thousands of new corals have been planted here, which gives divers a first-hand look at the progress being made in the coral restoration efforts. These new corals also help make this reef even more vibrant. And the shallow nature of Looe Key Reef is what makes the vivid colors even more spectacular.
Shallow is important because we start to lose the color red as we descend. And once we start losing the color red, everything usually will start to turn sort of a deep, dark blue, green kind of a color. But when the reef is so shallow, like it is in the entire Florida Keys, it's very easy to still have all that nice color. And when it's shallow like that and the light hits it, it really lights up. So you can see it and really enjoy it as it's meant to be seen.
For divers and snorkelers looking for an off-the-beaten-path option in the Florida Keys, Looe Key is a sure bet. This thriving ecosystem is a can't-miss stop for all ages.
I've lived all over the world. If I don't dive anywhere else other than Looe Key, I'm happy.
Thanks for watching Destination Dive. Join us next week as we travel to Key West, a place that's much more than a rowdy nightlife and delicious food. There's an entire underwater world that's worth exploring. We will explore one of the largest wrecks in the world, the Vandenberg, and also see some of their stunning reefs that have shown tremendous resilience amid extreme ocean temperatures. I'm Jennifer Gray. Join us next time on Destination Dive.